beg you, please don't listen to people who can't read financial reports when they opine about things. Popular Star Wars YouTuber Star Wars Theory opined today on the decrease in Disney Plus subscriptions, attributing it to people want better media where politics isn't the main focus. And just straight up, right out the gate, he's just fucking wrong. Okay? For multiple reasons. But we're going to talk about that in a second. It's a bunch of crap brought about by people who, no matter what is happening with a company that they're upset with, will always find something to bitch about. Right?
Yeah.
Straight up. Let's start with the facts, okay? Because that's really where I want to go. If you're going to attempt to attribute politics to a Disney Plus subscriber decrease, and I'm going back to the subscriber numbers, because what I did after I read it was I was like, oh, you know what I should do? I should go back and look at the financial report, right? Because it got released. By the way, Disney stock's up, Jay. It's up.
Oh, nice.
Okay. So let's talk about what the report actually says. Compared to the quarter previous, domestic subscriptions actually went up. Also, one of my favorite YouTubers, he was trying to attribute it to the price increase. Again, domestic subscribers was up 800,000 subs. Okay. So they increased the price and made that content, and they got more. The decrease is in the international market. Okay. And they have a note about it. This includes Disney Plus subscribers in Southeast Asia, which were previously reported with a Disney Plus Hotstar deal. Hotstar is a huge network that is big in like India, Pakistan, all over Asia. Disney Plus Hotstar is no longer presented as this business was included in the Star India transaction. They did a big transaction with all the stuff they're doing with their overseas holdings, right? So again, domestic subscribers went up 800,000 over the quarter. So I don't know what people are talking about. It's not politics. It's not the price increase. People find value in Disney Plus, right? Maybe don't opine on it if you don't know what the fuck you're talking. Go and read the financial report.
Yeah.
Jay, what are your thoughts?
Damn. As someone who has recently canceled their Disney Plus and then reactivated it, just like a week later. No. Yeah, 100% agree. So we're in the age of trying to get views. So I feel like we're, YouTubers out there, you darn fucking YouTubers. Um, they're creating topics, they're creating like catchy little headlines to try to get you to like click on their video to watch their video. Um, so like politics is a hot topic right now. Anything anti like woke, anti DEI is like hot right now. And I think we just live in a world of fake shit. So like honestly, like I think 9 times out of 10, if you see something online, you're gonna have to do your own research and look into it to verify if it's real or not. So yeah, I don't know. Um,
Is there any practical way? Because the problem that I've been seeing, and we're going to talk about this in a segment further down when we get into politics, like deep into politics, which we're going to do like segment 2 or 3.
6 inches deep in politics.
Right. Something deep. What I've noticed over this last couple of weeks, more so than I used to notice it, but I notice it more now, is that someone will post something, right? They'll say, this is a thing, and they'll state it as fact, right? And they just get away with it, even though it's absolute BS, right? Like the whole USAID stuff. Again, we'll talk about that in a future segment. Like, people are stating things like it just happened, and I'm like, dude, that's not real. Like,
Yeah.
Disney's domestic subscribers went up, and their amount of money they made per subscriber went up. Right? Like, so again, you're trying to crap on them, and maybe that's my other problem. There's a lot of ways you can crap on mega corporations, and Lord knows I love to. But can we not make shit up? Is there any way to fix that? Do you think there's any way to get around that, Jay? Or are we fucking screwed? Or if somebody with a big enough following just says something, everybody takes it as gospel without looking into it at all.
I mean, fuck. I think we're at least like fucked for the next like I would say 4 years because Facebook literally just undid their fact checking. Not saying it was probably perfect, but yeah, I don't know. We're kind of fucked. Because I would say it's impossible to fact check everything all the time. And then you also have like people questioning freedom of speech. Like, well, Alex should be able to make a YouTube video where he just lies his ass off like 80% of the time. Like that's his right for freedom of speech. I don't really know. But yeah, they were just kind of fucked. Like you really need like a culture mind shift change. However, I will say like the generation behind us is really tied into like their heroes. I think we covered this a few weeks ago. Like their heroes are not like athletes or anything like that. They're content creators. They're getting their news from content creators. They're looking at like what they should buy from content creators. So yeah, I think we're kind of fucked. I don't know.
I,
I hate to be dark like glue all
again,
gloomy, but
yeah, like if you're gonna look, if you guys come across anything like that and you're one of our viewers, shoot it to us in our Discord server. I'd be happy to add it as a topic. I will look into it, right? And here's the other thing that Jay and I both know how to do: read a financial document, right? Walt Disney is a publicly traded company, and Jay, chime in here if I get any of this wrong. They are required by law to submit financial documents every single quarter, and then they submit what's called a 10K once a year, right? It is a federal law. They have to submit it. They can't lie, right? There is a process and a procedure, and there's gap accounting and things like that to make sure that they're not lying to their shareholders because it's a publicly traded corporation, right? And believe it or not, and I'm actually going to tell you guys this, and I think Jay will back me up. Once you kind of get the basics down, it's not hard to read these.
no.
They're very digestible,
Yeah.
right?
I think like the biggest thing if you're because you're gonna see pages and pages and pages of just numbers and you're probably gonna be wondering like is this good like compared to other companies. So my only advice is that there are like key financial ratios out there of like you know um what is good. So like debt to revenue ratio or whatever. So you can
Earnings per
Google those.
share.
Yeah, you can Google those, pull those up, have those on the side, kind of do these ratios for your own kind of, I don't know, research and then compare it to other companies to see like what is good for like this market, like what's the industry standard for this market. But yeah, other than that, like if you're just kind of curious, like especially nonprofits, like if you're curious on how much a nonprofit, like how much percentage is going to salaries and stuff, you can easily pull that up and just look at it. So, yeah.
And here's the thing, fact check us. Fucking fact
Yeah.
check us, right? If you see something we put out there and you think it's wrong, come tell me why you think it's fucking wrong. I'm happy to listen, right? We will get shit wrong for sure. I've gotten shit
Yeah, we
wrong in the
suck.
past. It happens. And again, go read the financial documents, right? There's some stuff, right? Other highlights from Disney stuff is that Moana really helped them out at the end of the year, that fourth quarter. Whoo boy, Moana made buttloads of money for them. What did they end up making at the box office? It's over $1 billion now. Yep, Moana crossed the $1 billion mark a while ago. They're just over $1 billion worldwide on Moana 2. They made a lot of money last year. They did really well. And Disney stock is up as a result, right? Is they're going, look, we made all this money last year. We're one of the only companies that had multiple billion-dollar films. But I think they were the only company that had multiple billion-dollar films. Because they had 3 last year, right? Because they had Inside Out 2, Deadpool and Wolverine, and Moana 2. You can find some interesting stuff in there. They spent a lot of money this year upgrading their parks. They were like, hey, we're going to invest money in our parks, and we're going to spend a crap ton, right? But, like, they have to put down how much cash they have in the bank, right? Like, it's the law. Like, right now, I know that they have $6 billion in cash. Right now. That's what they have in the bank. Right? At the beginning of the period, and at the end they had $5.5 billion in cash. Right? Yeah, Disney did well. So don't listen to people like that. Okay? Let us know what you think. Is there any way to fix this goddamn misinformation and these people just popping off not knowing what the hell they're talking about? Or are we just screwed like Jay thinks? Let us know down in the comments below.